Hello, Facebook family and friends. I know that everybody has been patiently waiting to find out what happened at my husband's parole hearing. First of all, let me say I'm Telsa. I'm Dion Anderson's wife. And thank you so much for your kind words, for sharing the post that I put up for my husband. And thank you for every bit of encouragement. Thank you for every prayer. And thank you so much for all of the information that you shared with us and suggestions that you made. Thank you. So at this time, I want to share with you what happened at his parole hearing, which was supposed to take place on yesterday, September 14th. My husband was appointed an attorney who went to see him one day, which was last week sometime. And they had a conversation about how the parole hearing would go. On Thursday, they came and got my husband for his parole hearing a day early. The attorney was there, and he went in to see my husband and said, "We're going to have the hearing on today." That was sideswipe number one. Sideswipe number two was when his attorney said to him, "Look, I've already made a deal with the district attorney, and this is what I need you to go in there and do. I need you to go in there and plead guilty. But don't only plead guilty to all of the charges that you've been convicted for and have spent 20 years in jail for. Also tell them that you will never bring up the documents destructions again. You will never mention the documents that's been destroyed. You will never talk about the latent fingerprints. You will give it up. And you will stop trying to go before the courts to be heard again." He told my husband he had already made this deal with the district attorney, and that if my husband agreed to this, that they would give him 3 more years, and then he'd be free. My husband said to him, "How do I go and sign a contract on a deal that you made without discussing with me? I can't do that." My husband's attorney then said to him, "You either go in there and plead guilty and never mention the records being destroyed again, never mention the fingerprints again, and give up on your right to go before the courts. If you don't do this, you will spend the rest of your life in jail and you will die there. You will die in prison, because they will give you another 10 to 20 years if you do not go in there and do what I said. I've made this deal with the district attorney and you need to stick to it." My husband told him no. Then he tells my husband, "If you don't do this, the district attorney is going to report me because I've already told him that you would." And my husband said, "You shouldn't have told him that I would without my permission." Facebook family and friends, I want you to know that I'm proud of my husband. No, he didn't get the parole. They gave him 5 years before he can come before the parole board again. Went to see my husband today, and I love him, and I'm proud of him. And I'm proud of him because of the fact that he understands that as long as we let this system bully us, we will never, ever take the power away from them. Bullies are powerful because we fall into submission to them. They're powerful because we give in to them. And this system has bullied people over and over and over again. They have bullied people into saying yes when they should say no. They bully them into saying no when they should say yes. They bully people and back them into a corner to sit down when they should stand up. And I'm proud of Dion Anderson. I'm proud of my husband for standing up for what is right. Because he understands until we join together and stop allowing ourselves to be bullied, the bullying will never stop. So Facebook family and friends, I want to first tell you thank you. Thank you for sticking by us all this time. We have over 660,000 views on the video that I posted about my husband. And I want to tell you thank you for every kind word, every word of encouragement. Thank you for every time you press the share button. Thank you for every suggestion that you made. Thank you for every prayer that you prayed. Thank you. Thank you for every single word of encouragement. Thank you. Wonderful. We have shown this system that we can join together regardless of race, regardless of color, regardless of culture. We have shown this place that we can join together regardless of religion, regardless of social status. And they are afraid. They are afraid. My husband has already received notice from the court that they will hear his case again. And this is what we're waiting for. As soon as my husband gets a court date, I will let you know. And just like you have stood by us on Facebook by posting and sharing and commenting, I'm going to ask you all to join us on that court date. As many of you that can, to join us at that courthouse. My husband is in Kern County, Kern Valley State Prison in Delano, California. Those of you who want to write letters, write them to the governor, write them to the mayor, write them to the commissioner, write them to Congress. That's where your letters need to be written to. Write your letters in protest of unjust judicial system. Write your letters in support of my husband. But write them to the Congress, write them to the commissioner, write them to the governor, write them to the mayor. Let's flood their office with letters. Let's flood their office with recommendations. Let's flood their office with letters of support. This is how we stand together, Facebook family and friends. This is how we make a loud noise, and this is how we stop ourselves from being bullied. It's time for us to stop letting this system bully us into a corner. And one thing my husband realizes that had he not stood up for what was right, the bullying will continue. We have to stand up somewhere. And this is the place that we need to stand up. You've already shown your support. You've already shown your concern and your love. Let's don't stop. Let's refuse to be bullied anymore. Not just for my husband, but for that 14-year-old that's spending 30 years in jail at 14. But for those husbands and those brothers and those fathers that's sitting in jail and that are innocent. But for those who have committed crimes but they have gotten extensive jail sentences. Let's stop being bullied. Let's stop saying yes when we should be saying no. Let's stop sitting down when we should be standing up. We need your help because one person and two people is not going to do it. It's your voice that was heard. It's your voice that has them afraid. It's your voice. It's this united voice that we join together with. And Facebook family and friends, I'm proud of you and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the power and the strength. Because in unity there is strength. Standing up there is power. And we've proven that we can be a mighty force. Over 660 views. We're a mighty force, people. Let's continue to do that. Let's take the next step. Write those letters. Make that loud noise. My husband is going to need an attorney when he go before the court system again. Please go to the GoFundMe page. If you could just do $1, just $1. Can you imagine if each of you just did $1? We could pay for an attorney. Yes, we've contacted the attorneys that you guys have given us suggestions to contact. And they said no. Some of the people have suggested 1 or 2 attorneys over and over and over again. We couldn't even get past the receptionist. They wouldn't even hear us. I contacted the Innocent Project over a year ago. So a lot of your suggestions we did follow through on. I need your help. My husband needs your help. Please help us. $1 would be wonderful. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. And thank you everybody who's already donated. We have a long way to go. Continue to help us fight. Continue to share the videos. Share these videos, please. Continue to make this loud noise, because only if we make a loud, united noise are we going to be heard. We have been sitting alone in silence long enough. Too many of us has taken the road of being in a corner and allowing ourselves to be bullied because of what we thought they were going to give us. Because trust me, if my husband had agreed to those 3 years, they would not have let him out in 3 years. I'm proud of him. We're going before the courts again. That has already been confirmed. The Most High is going to have his way. That has been confirmed as well. Please don't stop praying. Please don't stop sharing. Please continue to follow us on this journey. It's time for us to stand united together. And I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you so much for every word, every bit of encouragement. Thank you. Let's continue to share, Facebook friends. I saw my husband today and he is absolutely fine.